are the inorganic waste, and those one goes further into segregation. Now talk about plastic. Okay, what is recycling? Recycling is the mechanical. It can be either mechanical, it can be either chemical, it can also be whatever, let me put it, mechanical or biological conversion of what you call waste into another reusable material or raw materials. So taking it from a particular form. For instance, when you talk about the plastic itself, like the PET bottles that you talked about, these are the bottles that is used to package your water, your minerals, your whatever it is, and that are sorted out into either blue, light blue, green, and different colors. Now, when you sort them out, you can sell them into recycling companies, or you can also sell them into aggregators. There are people within that sorting. There are people within the waste management value chain that are called aggregators or the collectors. Right now, with what Lagos State government is doing, people, when you have your plastic or any type of waste, you all just need to subscribe to a particular platform,
okay, which
is called what's the name of this platform now? Dirty, kind of. I think it's a dirty platform or something like that.
Dirty, as in, is it online? www.dirty? Or
yes,
is that what you're talking about?
It's a platform that is being promoted by Lagos State government, online app, which my phone is there. I will have looked at it. Okay. Now, once you subscribe to it, you can now request for a pickup, just like an Uber. Somebody comes into your house, and then they pick up the waste.
That's happening in Nigeria?
It's happening in Lagos.
In Lagos?
It is happening in Lagos. So
I'm interested.
Yes, people just need to subscribe to that, and then you can make a request. In all over Lagos now, there are collectors that are already mapped out that could go from house to house. Also, the PSPs are going out to pick up the waste from your, the waste that is being picked up by the PSP, are not actually segregated. So, but when they take them to the disposal site, these waste are segregated, sorted out into different waste components, and then thereafter the plastic are either compressed, which is baled, and then transported to a recycling facility. And when you get there, of course, you're going to make money out of it. And that's why I say waste is not waste unless you waste it. Your waste is not a waste unless you waste it. From your waste, you can generate so many things. Most of the wigs that you women are using are made from that PET bottles that you talk about.
No,
for real. The jersey since 2010, when South Africa actually hosted the World Cup in South Africa, first time on the soil of Africa. A lot of countries, about 7 countries, came to the World Cup with jerseys, their national jerseys, made from that PET bottles. Now, most of the pillow fillings, most of fibers, so many things that they use in the equipment, use in a vehicular, whatever, are recycled products from that PET, from that PET bottles. And when you have a single PET bottles, in that PET bottles, there are even three or more different type of plastic in it. We have the cover itself. That cover is bluish or whatever you call it, is low density polyethylene. That one is like the pure water sachet. You can recycle it to get your pellets to produce some other plastic materials which are used for plastic chairs, for several other whatever. So they use that. That is the what's it called now? The cover.
The cover.
The cover.
The cover of the PET bottles.
Of the covers on your bottles.
On the bottles, okay.
Yes, are used in the manufacture of several other plastic chairs, the nylons you see, and whatever. So those ones are different kind of plastic.
So waste is gold.
Waste is gold. Waste is gold. Now, also you have the PVC in the same PET bottles. The PVCs, the best thing you can do with the PVC is to use them at the waste to energy facilities where you incinerate to generate electricity. And I can assure you Our governor and his commissioner and Loma, they are already working on that. Very soon and very soon, you will begin to have some of our disposal sites being converted into a waste treatment facility, and they will begin to generate electricity. Plastic itself is a raw material that has high calorific value. In the waste, we have a lot of waste materials that have high calorific value, which means they can be burnt to generate electricity, burnt or incinerated in a more controlled manner. So waste, like we said, is not a waste. And thank God our governor in Lagos State is fired up. And I like the way you introduced this program about what His Excellency Mr. Governor is doing.
Tolerance.
Zero tolerance, you know, for any environmental infractions, together with the commissioner and Loma. Let's be honest with you. We need to take care of our environment so that our environment will take care of us. Our very existence in life is dependent on the environment that we live in. If you live in a filthy environment, then you know that you're going to be prone to ill health, all manners of diseases, and before you know what is happening, maybe death. But when you live in an aesthetic environment, a clean environment, in fact, there's a nexus, there's a connection between our well-being and our environment. And that is why effective and efficient waste management is actually a pre-health services. And let me tell you the connection. Once your wastes are effectively collected and you're able to segregate, you remove the plastic, you remove this. I'm a bit deviating. The topic is potentials in plastic, but we're talking general waste management. When the wastes are effectively collected, you first of all make money. And that's why I want to emphasize that waste is not a waste unless you waste it.
Waste it.
So, and I want to appeal to our people, please do not waste your waste. Now, the app I talked about is Packham.
Okay.
Packham. When you go online online, you can download Packham.
Okay, that's Packham. That's
Packham.
P-A-C-K-A-M.
Yes, Packham. Packham, like
Packham.
they pack something like
Packham.
pidgin English.
So it's like you go online, you just search for Packham.
Packham.
It's an app.
It's an app.
Okay.
So, and when you download that, there are different people, collectors that are collecting waste, that is recyclable waste all over Lagos State. Then they will come to your house, but they will ask you what is the quantity. Because a lot of people are having just 4, 5, 6 bottles. That is not enough.
That is not enough.
Plastic comes in volume, but the measurement, the measure of weight or the measure of transaction is the weight. So you need to have the appropriate way to be able to transact it in business. Now, a lot of industries right now in Lagos, recycling facilities are springing up here and there. And it is a multi-billion-dollar investment all over the world. That same plastic that you look down on, the PET bottles that you look down on. A lot of people, I have a recycling company, I've been a recycler for an upward of over 15, 16, 17 years. And what we buy from people, people supply us, it also empowers a lot of people. It generates a lot of employment. There are people, families. I know one woman, they call her Mama Pali. She lives practically on the dump site. But if I tell you how much she's making on a monthly basis, when she supplies us, because I know her account, we pay her. This woman makes an upward of over ₦1 million.
Monthly?
Yeah, monthly, more than that. I did a paper talking about the role of the informal private sector in waste management in Lagos as far back as 2003, 2004, highlighting the role of the informal sector, including the so-called kole, the cat pushers that you see on the road. They have to segregate. What you call waste that you throw away, you don't know the value. They will collect and segregate, separate, remove plastic, remove this, and they sell them to the end users. So it generates a lot of employment for our people. People make a lot of money, even from their plastic. So for those that don't know, we want to sensitize them. Right now, keep your waste, especially the recyclables one, not only plastic, but you can keep your papers. Right now, today as I speak with you, cardboard is big money in Lagos. That's when you see people, you see women, married women and whoever.
Yeah.
They see them, they are carrying
They collect cartons.
Cartons.
Yeah.
Cardboard.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't know, you'll be wondering what are they
doing with it?
They are recyclable materials.
Oh.
People collect aluminium. People collect scrap metals. People even collect all manners of, even the clothes now that you wear are now, being recycled.
Why growing up we have these people, we used to call them dumping. I don't know. I think that's what we call them. We call them dumping. They do carry this sack and they have this iron that beat it.
Yeah.
And so they pick things on the floor, they come to your area, they pick things we think is not good again.
Those ones, they are recovering scrap metals.
Scrap metals.
Scrap metals and aluminium. That's why there's no waste bin that you have, except in the highbrow that you can see scrap metals and aluminium. Those ones, they go from house to house to remove all those things because they know the value. Our people that are throwing them away do not know. When you go abroad, all manners of waste, including your fridge, we call them white waste. Your gas burners, your whatever, everything.
So there's nothing like waste then?
Even the organic waste that we generate, the ajekweba and all that. Yes. When you take them to, when you do proper segregation, those are the things that you can convert into organic fertilizer that are used, by the farmers. Even right now, abroad, in the developed world, they prefer to eat organically. In fact, there's a slogan going, eat organically. And organic foods that are planted without fertilizer, without any chemical, are so expensive. That is, they are made from the waste that we generate. The same organic waste, when you push them through what we call the AD, anaerobic digestion, they generate waste. This is what Lagos State government is also going to bring to us. Right now, with the high cost of diesel, we're already discussing. I'm coming from a meeting right now, and one of the proposals we have on the table with the government is to even convert our organic waste to generate biogas. And that biogas is going to be used to power our generators, our turbines, and even our vehicles. Very soon, vehicles collecting waste on Lagos Road are going to run on biogas recovered from your waste. So nothing is wasted in waste. So don't waste your waste.
Don't waste your waste. In case you're just joining the show, this is the Arena and this is your community weekly report. We've been talking about waste, and just like our national president just said that your waste is not waste until you waste it. Or what's the slogan? Your waste is not waste until you waste it. And I'm telling you, I'm learning a lot here. Hope you're learning. The waste in your house, then how to segregate. And also there is a website now, there is an app actually, Packham, that is P-A-C-K-A-M, Packham. Download this app so that you can sell your waste. And I'm telling you, a lot of youth are not looking at this sector. And I'm guilty as charged as well. I'm guilty as well because I don't even know there is money in this sector. And I once met an Indian man that told me that Tessie, waste is gold. I never understood what he meant when he told me waste is gold. But I think you breaking it down into pieces, all those pure water sachet in your house, the PET bottle, stop giving it to those people. You better learn how to make money with it. We'll go on a quick break, and after this break, we'll be back to talk more about your waste and my waste. We'll be back.
WeCyclers started about 5 years ago. The concept came up actually in a business class that my sister, Bilikis Adebi, was taking when she was in MIT. She came up with the concept of kind of a bottom-up approach, a pyramid scheme for helping low-income communities get value for their waste. Essentially, what she did was come to Lagos, study the waste environment, talk to a lot of people in waste like Loma, and try to find out what we were doing in terms of recycling. When she found out there was a big gap in recycling, she took it upon herself and members of her class to pretty much test the market to see how they could incentivize people to recycle and give them the points for their recyclable waste and collect it from them and sell it back to large recycling companies. Yeah, so WeCyclers essentially is incentivized-based recycling. We go to households and communities and tell them about the value of their recyclable waste, and we also give them incentives. So we give them what we call points. Those points are tracked over time and they accumulate, and it allows the individual to see that the plastic bottles, aluminum cans, cardboard are not just waste. We collect that material, bring them to our different hubs around Lagos. We currently have 4 hubs in Lagos. And what we do is we essentially sort the material. And then once we're done with this process, we start to compress the different materials so that it can actually be easier for us to ship and sell. Recyclers faces a variety of challenges that range from operational challenges such as equipment damages or maintenance to also logistics. So we have a lot of vehicles that travel around Lagos to collect recyclable waste from different parts. So we definitely face the challenge of maintenance of our vehicles. The cost of operating vehicles over a large area is very, very expensive. So we definitely face those challenges on a daily basis. We're a small company, so our revenues are not very large. So we have to really balance our costs to make sure that we're able to maintain our vehicles appropriately and also be able to serve our customers. Yeah, so Recyclers has a lot of support from particularly Lagos State. Lagos State has been a partner with Recyclers from day one. When we started out, we actually partnered with Loma to get some space in Lagos. They gave us a space that we could use to collect and sort the material. All right, so Recyclers really tries to make sure that our customers understand the value of the waste that they generate on a daily basis. And not only do we try to reach out to individuals in households, we are always looking at children because we believe that children are the future. And one of the things that we see a lot of is kids actually coming into our recycling hub to bring plastics. And that's so encouraging for us because we definitely see the impact and the value of children understanding that waste is not waste. You know, you have to use it to actually get value from it. So I'm always encouraged to see children coming in to recycle.
All right, welcome back. It's still the Arena Show, and this is your community weekly report. And sir, we're talking about the biogas behind the camera, and I said I saw something like that. And even you said our feces. What? It's funny.
It's funny.
It's
but it's not funny.
Just like my colleague said,
It's not. Well, talking generally about waste, even that's what we call your sewage, your sewer can be recycled. That is, a lot of people go to latrine and say they cover their nose, that is smelly. That particular smelly aspect of it, the gas that is smelling there is the gas that we want to extract. And that is methane that is going to be extracted, clean it up, and then, use it to power your generator. Even at homes, now there are newer technologies. I'm happy these things are happening right now in Lagos. Instead of you constructing your latrine and then your, what's it called now, your, what do we call, how come these things are running away from me? I think I'm tired today.
Is it the feces or what?
The feces is where you flush in and then your soak away.
Okay, the soak away.
Now, people, instead of constructing soak away, now they construct what we call a digester. So all your, whatever you call it, feces and all that, if you call it fecal waste, goes in there, and then there's some level of mixing and all that, and then generate electricity, generate gas. That gas is now being used to power. Now, the modern way is they use the pipe to take it to your kitchen, and that's what they use in cooking. Yeah.
It's funny though.
It's not funny, but it's just what nature has given to us, and we have refused to actually utilize this. Now, when we talk about sustainability, this is what we call sustainability. Because the Almighty God who created the heaven and earth has created the earth in such a way that when you take, you replenish. You take, you replenish. But right now, the more we use the natural resources, the more, and that's what people talk about climate change, they talk about all these things, they are all interrelated. Your fecal waste can be converted to power your kitchen, to generate the biogas. So you don't need to go and spend a lot of money buying gas every day.
So do you think this can work in this part?
It is working. Maybe you pay me and I will do it for you. That's what I do. I'm a consultant. For how many years now? I told you Indians, the greatest problem they have is cow dung, because they have a lot of cows and then they produce a lot of dungs, which is cow feces or whatever. And this is converted and they generate biogas. And this biogas is cleaned up. You know, in India, they incinerate their death. The dead body.
Yes, yes.
So instead of using gas or whatever it is to do that, they have just done an innovation. And that's the gas that they use for their incineration. We can do that in Nigeria.
But what measure has the government put in place for, at least for these to become?
What government can do is just to sensitize people, and the government of the day in Lagos State is doing enough of that. I know we just rolled up from a meeting with the management of Loma, and then sensitizations are going to go from one local government to the other, from LCDA to the other, even from CDA to CDAs, to sensitize people to adhere strictly to all the environmental sanitation laws. And that is why the governor is fired up right now to want to enforce all the environmental infractions. However, before that, you need to sensitize people that you can make money from your waste. You can just do as much as you can with your waste, and you make money. Instead of constructing latrine or constructing this, you construct and then it gives you biogas. That same biogas will power your generator. Currently, all my generators, either at home or in the office, are being powered, not biogas anyway. Okay. They are being powered by natural liquefied gas, the same gas or whatever that you use in cooking. Because the cost of diesel is going so high. As of today, diesel is 1,100 per liter. And from the grapevine, it is going beyond 1,500, close to 2,000 naira. How much can we afford that? So we need to begin to look. Nigeria actually is a gas producing nation, more of a gas producing nation than a petroleum producing nation, that is crude oil producing nation. We have more gas in stock. So, and our waste can also give us that gas, which is the natural gas, which is the biogas. So, ladies and gentlemen, there are potential. Even the plastic that you are talking about, let me just drop this. That same PET bottles can be converted through some pyrolysis, and then you recover petrol from it. You recover diesel from it. You recover jet one fuel to power the airlines.
This is deep.
It is deep, but we can do it.
Deep.
Your tires that you have used, used and dumped, are now being converted. They generate what we call black oil. These are diesel. They are now being used by several industries. Your waste.
We have to go, sir, but I'm sure we're going to bring you back again to enlighten us more about this biogas, our waste. There is no waste, and I'm sure that by the time everybody is enlightened and educated about our waste, maybe Loma will be out of job then.
No, Loma will not be. Loma is already coordinating, regulating, helping you to do this, to do that. And when you flout the laws, then you have the Loma and the Kai and the government to condemn with.
For now, if you've joined from the start of the show, I think from now on, you need to start keeping your waste, and you just log into, it's not even about logging, you go to Google Play Store and download Packham. Once you download Packham, I'm telling you, I think we will know the next step to take, we will know what else to do. Thank you for coming, Mr. OLUGBENGA. Appreciate you so much, and I hope to have you again on this show, because I have a lot to learn from you, and I'm sure viewers at home too, they have a lot to learn from you. Thank you once again. And this is how I end the show this evening. Remember, the arena continues tomorrow. My name is Teresa Adeyemi. Do join me again on Thursday at 8:30 p.m. for your community weekly report. Till I come your way again. Ita, bye-bye.
From humble beginnings to the extraordinary, we've witnessed incredible bonds, the rise of legends in the most challenging of times, and the most unforgettable moments that kept us at the edge of our seat. Everything up till now was just the beginning. Legends go head-to-head as timelines have collapsed for the ultimate showdown. Welcome to Big Brother Naija All-Stars.
Proudly sponsored by Money Point, powering dreams. In association with HFM, online trading at its finest.